Greetings from the state of Uttarakhand. We've moved actually from the state of Uttar Pradesh to Uttarakhand, which a few years back was part of Uttar Pradesh anyway, but since the state was too big it got carved out and it's now a smaller state. In the town of Nanakmatta, it's probably a city actually, a small city I would say, that hosts a special Gurdwara that's associated with the first Guru of Sikhism, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and I went to a lot of sites associated with him in Pakistan when I was there. I've also got Gurmukh with me today as well, who ate through a lot of food in Pilipit, but we are today in Nanakmatta Gurdwara, and if I just turn around just to show you the site, it's an amazing structure, and just walking around the Sarovar area, the bathing pool area, you might remember that I walked around many of these in the programs that I did in Pakistan. The Nanakmatta Sahib one was quite a big one. So it reminds me of this one actually. It's very similar in size and structure, and was one of the ones that was actually full at the time. There's only probably about 3 or 4 I think that had water in them at the time. The others were decommissioned or out of use, as you might say. But we're in this place, Nanakmatta is named after Guru Nanak as well, Nanakmatta. So it uses his name in the town's place. It's associated with him because at that time when he was here on his voyages, he stopped in this place, and there were Siddh who had powers. Siddh are sort of people that are highly enlightened, and they were using their power for wrong purposes, and they actually lifted a tree that's on this site, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji stopped it on its track, and the actual roots of it actually are above the ground, and I'll show you that as well once we're somewhere near it. You can probably see it if my camera has got that level of power. Since I don't use a DSLR, I don't have lens capabilities, but just looking at this place, the weather's actually quite fantastic today, and it's quite a good day to come out here. But just walking around this Sarovar area, it does actually remind me of the video that I did film when I was in Nanakmatta Sahib, because there's a similar sort of route that I took when I was walking around, and just heading towards where the main Gurdwara structure is. And I've been coming to this place actually for a number of years now, ever since I was a young child, and it's actually probably some years I've actually been to this Gurdwara more than the local one in my town. That's probably a true fact for me actually. It just shows how often I actually go to my local one. Actually, you know something, when you're busy with work, and that's not an excuse, you don't really go that much, and then when you're on holiday you make an effort to come to places like this because they are of significance. So just having a wander around this area, and you can see the tree over here that was stopped in its track. You can actually see the tree here, and you can see the roots that have come out, and they're actually above ground, and they actually built this marble area, and it actually covers a lot more of it, and it's actually stretched out quite a lot now, where they're using support structures to try and preserve it. Otherwise a lot of this would have fallen down a long time ago. So here we have it. So it actually says history of Pipal Sahib. The Pipal tree is a symbol of divine touch of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji arrived at this place during the 3rd Udasi, this Pipal tree was dry and dead. The sacred touch of Guru Nanak Dev Ji rejuvenated it. Seeing the supernatural powers of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, yogis became jealous, and through their envy They uprooted the pipal tree and flew it into the air with their yogic powers. When it was about 6 to 7 feet above ground, Guru Nanak Dev Ji put his holy hand on the tree and stopped it there at that height. So that's the main history of this, why this tree is significant here. And after, it also says here, later history, after the departure of Guru Nanak Dev Ji from this place, Baba al-Masjid looked after it and served this place. Siddha yogis again came, they quarrelled, beated Baba al-Masjid and forced him to flee. They burnt the pipal tree with their yogic powers. Shri Guru Hargobind Sahib, he was seated at the Gurgadi of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. That means he took his place, because there's 10 gurus and he was the 6th. Baba al-Masjid remembered Guru Hargobind Sahib at the heart and prayer. He accepted the plea of Baba al-Masjid and proceeded for this place from Amritsar Sahib along with some Sikhs. Siddha yogis fled away on seeing Sipahi formation of Shri Guru Hargobind Sahib. Guruji sprinkled saffron mixed water on this burned pipal tree, which flourished again. Apart from this, there are other historical places where Guruji showered his blessings, like Gurdwara, who actually got married there, Gurdwara Chemi Pacha, Gurdwara Pandara Sahib, Bauli Sahib. Guruji had spiritual discourses with yogis and denounced the external pomp and show. Guruji preached to the live this world without involving in it and remember the God's way, God always. At this place, a thunderous sound of Nanakmatta, Nanakmatta, Nanakmatta came from within the earth. Therefore, this place is known as Nanakmatta. People from all walks of life come here to pay their homage, and their wishes are fulfilled. So that voice that they were talking about, the sound of Nanakmatta that came out, and that's why they've named this place Nanakmatta. There's actually the site where that voice came from is actually here as well, and I wonder if they've still got it open, because it's been a couple of years since I came here last. I want to just have a look if they have. So I couldn't talk in there because there's prayers going on, but that was the actual site that where the voice came from. It's surrounded by glass, and that's where the voice, as it said on that display board, the information board, the 3 times Nanakmatta was said, and that's where that voice came from. It's been known as Nanakmatta since then, and hopefully that name never changes and remains as such. I'll just show you some footage of the Gurdwara itself. It is a magnificent structure. I think the total area itself covers a large amount of ground, and it's not just Sikhs that come here. A lot of people from around the country, around the world come here. There's school trip here today. You see school children here. Newlyweds come here for blessings. And it's a place that I always come to whenever I'm in this region, because it is one of those fantastic Gurdwara in this area.